Okay, so I want to talk about something that's going to be an Easter egg. So, for most of y'all know clearly, like this is based more off the story or the series by Carlo Collodi, and not based off the Disney's animated adaptation. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be some Easter eggs within the game. Yeah, within the game from the animated Disney version. One for a fact is Jiminy. Even though I think there was a cricket. I never read the actual story, but I think there was a cricket in the story or the series. But I don't know if his name was Jiminy or not. But I do remember stating that Jiminy was the adaptation guide for Pinocchio in the animated in the Disney version. But there is an Easter egg that people was asking about in the main game that was hinted or winked upon when the director talked about the dropping the or talk about and working for the DLC. And I'm about to show you this Easter egg right after this fight because it involves doing it after the fight. Shit. Nope. Damn it. That was a nice ass dodge though. Night night, bitch. Whew. Hell yeah. I remember the first time I fought that fucker. Boy, I kept dying my ass off. And just to let you know, I'm on my second playthrough. Second playthrough. Alright, so the Easter egg. And what everybody was wondering, or probably wondered is, was Monstro going to be in the game? And then when they saw Monstro was not, but even though they referred to the submarine as Monstro, which wasn't actually Monstro, because the difference between adaptation and the adaptation and the actual story is there was a paragraph that said that Pinocchio was swallowed by a dogfish. And hence, when it said the dogfish, they was referring to supposedly a great white shark. That's why that submarine looks more like a great white shark. But, excuse me, but in adaptation, of course, Monstro was actually a sperm whale. So the Easter egg, when the director said, kind of gave us a nod and wink about Monstro might show up or appear in the DLC. Well, here you fucking go. This is the Easter egg and wink for those who don't know, which is I'm surprised because a lot of people who done DLCs for who done videos for the DLC had not. I'm not sure because so all the videos I've seen is mostly about hints on how to get through, hints on how to survive, hints on where the DLC weapons are, hints on the best weapons, hints on this, that, and the third. But I have not seen one that actually hint on the Easter egg of Monstro being in the DLC. So I said, fuck it, I'll do it. Maybe, I might get some likes. You know what I'm saying? I don't see me about it. I'm not worried about people subscribing to me, even though I know that's good. I mean, subscribing to me, even though I know that's good. But I'd rather people at least like the videos. You know what I'm saying? So I'm content with that. Even if I'm not like high up there on the tier watching list, I'm fine with that. I don't usually make videos that often, so for when I get likes for some of the videos I do, I very much appreciate it. But yeah, here you are, the Easter egg and wink of Monstro, or at least the Disney version of Monstro being in the game. At first, when you finally jump off the steps, you don't know what the fuck it is. You just see like this. Well, you kind of do from certain points. You can tell it's some sea creature, but when you jump off, you don't know what the fuck it is until you see that. I guess that carcass piece comes out, and then you like, what the fuck did it just come out of? And then when you start looking and seeing an image, it's like, wait, because I remember at first I didn't know what the hell it was. I was like, what the hell is this thing? And then I started getting closer and examining it, and I'm like, wait, is this a whale? And I'm like, wait, this is a fucking sperm whale. Something that dawned on me is like, wait, is this that they're not the director is wink and nod toward adding Maelstrom in the game? I was like, wow. I wonder how many people are going to actually pay attention and notice that. Because I remember the video. It was I think it was in the cutscene. I mean, in the game or something, with the video, or it was in YouTube where they was talking about in the works of a DLC, and then he asked. Then he said that people asked him about what's Monstro going to be in the DLC. He didn't say directly. He just said he might make an appearance. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, yeah. This is the Monstro. Not people was expecting to see, but pretty much what people got. Another pretty much wink and Easter egg you get in the game. But yeah, again, there you go. This is Monstro. Because I'm gonna be real with you for a second. Because when I assumed that he made that subtle direct indirect reference to Monstro possibly being in the DLC, I was thinking, how was he going to add Monstro in the DLC? Was it going to be like a boat ride and you had to go against him and defeat him, and then he like swallow you, and then that's sort of like second phase, and then you got to figure out a way to get out of Monstro? Was he going to be like on a boat or a makeshift raft and you're like out in sea, and Monstro comes and pops up and like let you know, hi, I'm Monstro, here I am, you know what I'm saying, and go back in the water, just like a subtle wink and a nod to him being in the DLC. But this right here, I was not expecting. I don't think nobody was expecting this shit. I think people thought they was going to actually have like an actual interaction with Monstro, but apparently not. But yeah, here you go. Disney's version of Monstro, I suppose, and Darkstalkers and Dark Souls Bloodborne fashion. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the Monstro Easter egg for you. Deuces.